right, today's the day. Throttle only test on the Himiway Zebra. And like the throttle only test on the RadRover 6 Plus, I have zeroed everything out. The battery is fully charged. I am not going to pedal at all, just use throttle. Check in about every 5 miles and see how we're doing. So let's get this test on the trail. And on this ride, I will be varying the speed, probably from maximum speed to a slower speed, to hopefully try and stimulate typical riding that maybe you all do. The area I am riding is fairly flat. There'll be a few up and downs, but I think it might be typical of a lot of riding that you all do around your area where you live. But let's get this going and see how we do. And just like before, it's still real tempting to try and pedal to move my legs. It feels natural to me to want to pedal. But I will try and resist. Tell you what, it is definitely a little hard to try and hold like 15 miles an hour on the Zebra. You really gotta finesse that throttle and move it just slightly. Otherwise, it wants to run at about 18 miles an hour. That's why you keep seeing the speedometer jump up from 15 to 18 to 20 and back down. It's really just minute movements of that throttle to try and keep it at this speed. And just as reference, because I didn't mention it earlier, if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen any of my other like throttle test PAS videos, I weigh about 250 pounds, 6 feet tall. So I am a bit of a heavier rider than probably the normal riders out there. So whatever the results of this, if you're lighter than me, they'll probably be much better for you. The day is a hot day. It is going to be in the hundreds today. It's probably about 85 right now. I don't think the heat is going to affect the test any. It might if I waited until it was 100 or 100 plus. I imagine it might affect the battery, but we will also check the battery for it heating up when we do the 5 mile check-ins. All right, we're gonna open her up just a little so I get past this hiker. Get her up to running about 20 for a little while. Since we got this opportunity. 21. There we go. There's the first 5. Let's find a good place to pull over real quick. Maybe right here. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at this. Okay, we got 5 miles. Look, we still have a full battery. Hasn't even dropped a bar yet. I don't have the time on this, but it's probably been about between 10 and 15 minutes. So let's keep going on. We'll do the next 5 miles, and then we'll stop and see at the 10 mile mark. So let's keep going. Whew, the temperatures are climbing, and they're climbing fast. I'm guessing right now, it's probably in the low 90s. But the bike is performing well. We're at almost 7 miles. Still hasn't gone down a bar yet. But we'll see. Maybe this is the type, kind of like the Rad, where it gets into the middle part of the battery, and then you start to see it drop down quicker. But we'll see. All right, we are coming up to the 10-mile mark here in about 2/10 of a mile. And we'll stop, check things out. We'll also feel the battery and see if it's getting warm. There it is. There's the 10-mile mark. Let me find a place to pull over real quick. Maybe in the shade since it's getting so hot. I think there's a bench up here, so I might go over the 10-mile mark just a little. But let me get down to this bench and we'll see what's going on. Here we go. Let me pull down this little dirt road right here. Here you go. Here's a good spot right here. Okay, so you can see we've gone 10.1 miles. It's down 1 bar. Let's check the battery. Let's see the frame first. Frame. That's just a little warm from the sun. Battery. It is a little warmer, but nothing to be worried about. So, let's move on to the 15-mile mark. Gonna try some gravel road here for a little while. Still got about a half mile before the 15-mile mark. Give us some varying terrain to try and hopefully make this test a little more honest and truthful to what you might get. Come on, switch. There it is. 15 miles. Let's go right here in this shade right here. All right, let's check things out. Okay, so you can see we're at 15 miles, gone down 1 bar. Let's check the temperature of the battery. Frame feels about the same as before. And the battery temperature feels about the same as before. So let's keep going on and let's move to 20 miles. All right, we are 2/10 of a mile away from the 20-mile mark. And we'll pull over once again and see what's going on. There we go, there's the 20-mile mark. Let me find a good place to pull over. Maybe up on this little dirt road right over here to the left. Alrighty. Let's go right over here, maybe in a little shade. And take a look. Alright, you can see we've gone 20.1 miles. We've got 2 bars left. Let's check the battery. Frame is about the same. And no change in the battery. So let's point this bike towards home since I only have 2 bars left, but we'll keep going. I am pointing the bike towards home so I don't end up selling myself short on battery power, because this would be a beast of a bike to pedal with no assist. So what are your predictions? Do you think y'all get 25 miles out of this? 2 bars left? I'm going to go out on a limb and say 28 miles. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, we are at 24 miles. We've dropped down to 1 bar. So now we're going to do that mileage countdown until I see the wattage drop. And then I know the test is complete. Okay, we are coming up on 25 miles. I am not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. The wattage is still up there. But I imagine any time now we're going to see a drop. There's the 25-mile mark. Just don't know I'm going to get that 28 though out of it. Well, it's still hanging in there. 27.3 miles. We may make that 28 plus some. Well, there's 28 miles. Still going. All right, I think I've hit the point where power is dropping off. See how slow it's accelerating now? 505 watts. It's dropped. That was full throttle. Let's try that again. Oh yeah. Now it won't even get over 500 watts. Now it's dropping down. Okay. Fortunately, I'm about 2/10 of a mile away from home. We'll get into my driveway and we will get the final mileage total. All right, the final mileage total is 29.6 miles. Let's feel the battery. That feels normal. And that feels the same as before. So 29.6 miles for a guy my size, I would call that pretty darn good. All right, if you like this video, you know the deal. Do all the like, subscribe, and share stuff, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye.